It's Andre from the High Performance Academy. We're here at World Time Attack 2016 with Dave from JDM Yard. The JDM Yard Civic, EG Civic, is really a crowd favourite, and last year took out the Open Class Honours outright. Now it's a pretty big deal for a front wheel drive car. Ran a 1:30.7 last year, and Dave, I just wanted to talk about the upgrades that have been made for 2016. First of all though, before we get into that, getting those sort of lap times out of a front wheel drive car and beating the rest of the field in a front wheel drive car is impressive. What are the challenges that you face trying to get a lot of power to the track reliably in a front wheel drive application?
Obviously getting the power down to the ground is a difficult case. The linear power output out of the supercharger is a key component. As well as the tuning, the MOTEC really comes into play, especially with the drive-by-wire setup at the moment. So
with the WTAC Supercharger, you've got obviously a relatively linear boost curve. The boost is just relative to RPM. Are you doing anything else to give gear-dependent boost? You've got less boost in the lower gears?
Well, at the moment, not really. We did have a rather hard time trying to find a cam setup to go with the power. We've found something called drag Cartel at the moment that's doing the job, but really with the drive-by-wire setup, if we do have any wheel spin, we can dial it back a little bit to get the traction.
Now let's go back to these upgrades then. So what have you done since last year when the car finished on the top of the podium? You obviously want to go faster. What have you done to go faster?
Well, the rest of the field that were close to us were running a sequential setup. We decided to step it up this year with the Hollinger setup. Is working wonders, especially with the downshifts. But truly, the MOTEC setup, the data logging, being able to see the data is the key component to putting in the fast lap time.
So last year you were still running H-pattern gearbox?
H-pattern PPG setup. It did the job. It got us the fast time, but unfortunately, it's just to keep up with the rest of the field this year, it's the sequential Hollinger that we need to do.
In terms of the engine development since last year, I mean, obviously power is sort of a fine line to walk with a front wheel drive car. Have you done anything to step up the power?
To step up the power, not particularly. It's running pretty much the same power as last year. It's more in terms of drivability that we needed to focus on.
And whereabouts are you with that power? What sort of power and boost are you running?
So just a little bit over 400 kilowatt. Running around 20 psi. Unfortunately, it's very limited with the size of the supercharger we're running.
And in terms of the engine itself, what is the engine package that you're running? It's a K series, obviously, but can you give us a little bit more information?
Yeah, so just a forged bottom end, just a usual rod piston combo. We do have a high flow drag Cartel head in there, and just goes well with the drag Cartel cams as well.
And still 2 litre or 2.4?
2.4 litre with the 2 litre head.
Now, just talking about traction again, and you're running the MOTEC M130 ECU, which has the ability for traction control. That's a function that you are utilising?
Very limited with the supercharger because the power is delivered so well. It's not such a necessity. Maybe with older tyres, we may need to use it a little bit more, but with fresh tyres, it's not really being touched that much.
And Aero developments, I understand you've made a few changes to the Aero on the car since last year. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, mainly just the front bar. We've moved over to a carbon front bar. It's working well at the moment. It's just trying to find that balance between the big rear wing and the front. Yeah, especially with a front wheel drive, getting that traction down, especially through turn 1, is the key.
So if everything comes together for you tomorrow and you get the sort of run that you're hoping for, how far down do you see the times running? Obviously you're expecting a drop sub-minute 30, but how far can you go?
We'll have to wait and see tomorrow. I don't want to put a prediction in there too high, but if we get in the 120s, we'll be very happy.
Okay, Dave, look, thanks for the chat, and we wish you all the best for tomorrow.
Thank you very much.